3,500 miles, 14 days, 12 states, one unforgettable journey across America. Welcome to the definitive coast-to-coast USA road trip guide for 2025. I'm Naim from Epic Travel 360, and I've spent the last decade exploring every corner of America by road. Today, I'm sharing my meticulously crafted 14-day itinerary that balances iconic landmarks with genuine hidden gems that most travelers miss entirely. This isn't just another generic road trip video. I've personally driven this exact route 4 times, refining it with each journey to create the perfect balance of efficiency and experience. What makes this guide different is that I'll show you not just where to go, but exactly when to arrive, where to stay, and how to experience these places in ways that 99% of visitors never discover. In the next 30 minutes, you'll discover the perfect coast-to-coast route that maximizes experiences while minimizing driving time, 15 hidden gems that aren't in standard guidebooks but will become highlights of your journey, specific timing strategies to avoid crowds at major attractions, insider access points that let you experience iconic locations from unique perspectives, a complete day-by-day itinerary with driving times, accommodation recommendations, and experience planning. I've organized this guide into geographical segments moving from east to west across America, with detailed information for each day of your journey. And for those who stay until the end, I'll share my ultimate road trip resource pack, a downloadable collection of maps, accommodation links, and reservation details that will save you dozens of hours in planning. What makes this guide different is that I'll share actual costs, specific viewpoints, and exact timing, not vague advice like visit the Grand Canyon. I'll show you real examples from my recent trips to prove these recommendations work in today's travel landscape. Let's start with the foundation of an epic American road trip, a completely different approach to route planning that most travelers get wrong from the very beginning. Our coast-to-coast adventure begins in New York City, but with a strategic approach that avoids the typical tourist traps while still experiencing the city's essence. Day 1, New York City's hidden perspectives. Most visitors spend their entire NYC stay in Manhattan, missing extraordinary experiences in the outer boroughs. Instead, start your journey with these insider experiences. Morning. Begin at the Staten Island Ferry Terminal at 7:30 a.m. to catch the 7:45 ferry. This free 25-minute ride provides spectacular views of the Manhattan skyline and Statue of Liberty without the crowds or cost of tourist cruises. Position yourself on the right side of the ferry, starboard, when departing Manhattan for optimal views. Mid-morning, from the Staten Island Terminal, take the S-78 bus to Fort Wadsworth, a historic military installation with panoramic views of the Verrazano Bridge and New York Harbor that 99% of tourists never see. The elevated Battery Weed area offers the perfect photo opportunity of the bridge with Manhattan in the background. Afternoon, return to Manhattan and head to Roosevelt Island via the aerial tramway from 59th Street. This $2.75 ride provides aerial views comparable to helicopter tours costing $300 plus. Once on Roosevelt Island, walk to the southern tip to Four Freedoms Park for a unique perspective of the UN building and Midtown skyline. Evening. For sunset, skip the overcrowded Empire State Building and instead head to the Metropolitan Museum of Art's rooftop garden, open until 8:30 p.m. in summer. This lesser-known viewpoint offers spectacular Central Park and skyline views with a fraction of the crowds and cost. Day 2, beyond Manhattan and departure. Morning. Begin in Brooklyn's Dumbo neighborhood at 7 a.m. to capture the famous Manhattan Bridge view on Washington Street without crowds. Then walk the Brooklyn Heights Promenade for the classic skyline panorama before most tourists arrive. Mid-morning, visit the Elevated Acre at 55 Water Street in Lower Manhattan, a hidden urban park with harbor views that even many locals don't know about. This secret spot provides excellent views of the Brooklyn Bridge and East River with virtually no crowds. Afternoon. It's time to begin our westward journey. Pick up your rental car from an outer borough location, I recommend the Hertz at LaGuardia Airport, to save approximately 30% compared to Manhattan rental locations. This strategic pickup location also positions you perfectly to avoid the worst of NYC traffic as you depart. Evening drive to Philadelphia 2 hours, and head directly to the Rocky Steps at the Philadelphia Museum of Art for sunset. After the museum closes, the steps and surrounding area become a gathering place for locals rather than tourists, offering a more authentic experience of the city. Accommodation. Stay in Philadelphia's Fishtown neighborhood rather than the touristy Center City. The Locale Hotel offers apartment-style rooms with local character at prices 25% lower than equivalent downtown options. Day 3, Philadelphia to Washington, D.C. via Hidden Gems. Morning, start at Philadelphia's Reading Terminal Market, when it opens at 8 a.m. to experience this historic food hall before the crowds arrive. The Dutch Eating Place offers the most authentic Pennsylvania Dutch breakfast in the city. Mid-morning. Instead of the overcrowded Independence Hall, visit the nearby American Philosophical Society Museum. Founded by Benjamin Franklin in 1743, this overlooked institution houses fascinating historical documents with no lines and free admission. Afternoon, depart Philadelphia and drive to Baltimore's Fells Point, 1.5 hours. This historic waterfront district offers the maritime charm of the more famous Inner Harbor, but with local character instead of tourist crowds. Thames Street Oyster House serves the region's best seafood in an authentic setting. Late afternoon, continue to Washington, D.C. 1 hour, with a strategic arrival time of 3:30 p.m. Late enough to avoid rush hour traffic but early enough to experience a key hidden gem. Evening. While most visitors view the monuments from the National Mall, head to the Potomac River and rent a kayak from the Thompson Boat Center for a sunset paddle. This unique water-level perspective of the Lincoln Memorial and Washington Monument offers spectacular photo opportunities without crowds. Accommodation: stay at the Line Hotel in Adams Morgan, housed in a converted church with one of D.C.'s best rooftop views. This neighborhood provides a local experience away from the tourist-heavy areas around the mall. As we continue westward, we'll discover the soul of America in its heartland, from the Appalachian Mountains to the mighty Mississippi River. Day 4, Washington, D.C. to the Blue Ridge Mountains. Morning. Before leaving D.C., visit the Smithsonian National Museum of American History when it opens at 10 a.m. Instead of trying to see everything, focus on the often overlooked America on the Move exhibition on the first floor, which perfectly sets the theme for our road trip with its celebration of American transportation history. Mid-morning, depart D.C. and head southwest toward Shenandoah National Park. Instead of taking the direct route, follow the more scenic US 15 through Virginia's Piedmont region, stopping at the charming town of Leesburg for lunch at Tuscarora Mill, housed in a restored 19th century grain mill. Afternoon, enter Shenandoah National Park from the less used Swift Run Gap entrance, US 33, rather than the crowded Front Royal entrance. This strategic access point puts you directly at the central section of Skyline Drive with significantly fewer vehicles. Late afternoon. While most visitors stop only at the designated overlooks on Skyline Drive, take the short but spectacular Bear Fence Mountain Trail, mile 56.4. This 1.1-mile loop includes a short rock scramble that deters most tourists, but rewards adventurous travelers with a rare 360-degree panorama of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Evening. Continue south on Skyline Drive to the Rockfish Gap exit, then take the Blue Ridge Parkway toward Roanoke. For sunset, stop at Raven's Roost Overlook, milepost 10.7, for one of the most dramatic Appalachian vistas that photographers specifically seek out for its western exposure. Accommodation: stay at the Black Lantern Inn in Meadows of Dan, a historic property directly on the Blue Ridge Parkway that offers authentic mountain hospitality with modern amenities. Day 5, Blue Ridge Parkway to Nashville. Morning. Continue on the Blue Ridge Parkway to Mabry Mill, milepost 176, arriving at 8 a.m. before tour buses. This iconic grist mill is one of the most photographed structures on the parkway, but early morning visitors are rewarded with mirror-like reflections on the mill pond and soft light that's perfect for photography. Mid-morning, exit the parkway and head west through the Appalachian foothills. Instead of taking the fastest route to Nashville, follow US 58 through the mountain communities of southwestern Virginia, stopping at the town of Damascus. Known as Trail Town, USA, this hub of 7 major trails offers a glimpse into Appalachian trail culture. Grab coffee at Mojo's Trailside Cafe, a gathering spot for Appalachian Trail through hikers with fascinating trail stories. Afternoon, continue west into Tennessee, making a detour to Jonesboro, the state's oldest town and the storytelling capital of America. Time your visit to catch a performance at the International Storytelling Center, where Appalachian oral traditions are preserved through daily live performances. Late afternoon drive to Nashville, 3.5 hours, timing your arrival for 6 p.m. to avoid rush hour traffic while still having evening time to explore. Evening. While most visitors head straight to the crowded Broadway honky-tonks, start at the less-known Bluebird Cafe in Green Hills. This unassuming venue is where many country music stars were discovered, and its songwriter nights offer an intimate, authentic Nashville music experience that contrasts sharply with the tourist-oriented downtown venues. Accommodation. Skip the overpriced downtown hotels and stay at the Russell, a boutique hotel in a converted church in East Nashville. This emerging neighborhood offers a local perspective on Music City with excellent restaurants and authentic music venues within walking distance. Day 6, Nashville to Memphis. Morning. Before leaving Nashville, visit Centennial Park at 8 a.m. to see the full-scale Parthenon replica without crowds. Then head to Biscuit Love in the Gulch neighborhood for Nashville's best breakfast. Arrive before 9 a.m. to avoid the typical hour-long wait. Mid-morning, depart Nashville and take the scenic Natchez Trace Parkway instead of I-40 for the first leg of your journey toward Memphis. This historic 444-mile parkway follows an ancient travel corridor used by Native Americans and early European settlers, with strictly limited commercial development and beautiful landscapes. Afternoon stop at the small town of Linden, Tennessee for lunch at the Commodore Hotel's Cafe. This beautifully restored 1939 hotel anchored the revival of Linden's historic downtown and offers a glimpse into rural Tennessee life that most travelers miss entirely. Late afternoon, continue to Memphis, 3 hours, but instead of heading directly downtown, visit the Crystal Shrine Grotto in Memorial Park Cemetery. This man-made cave created in the 1930s contains a series of biblical scenes crafted from quartz crystal, concrete, and semi-precious stones. This unusual attraction is known primarily to locals despite being one of the most unique artistic creations in the South. Evening. For dinner, skip the touristy Beale Street and head to Payne's BBQ, a no-frills family-owned establishment serving Memphis's most authentic barbecue since 1972. Their chopped pork sandwich with mustard slaw represents the true Memphis barbecue tradition better than any downtown restaurant. Accommodation. Stay at the James Lee House, a meticulously restored Victorian mansion in Memphis's historic Victorian Village district. This bed and breakfast offers a glimpse into Memphis's 19th century prosperity while providing modern luxury. As we leave the Mississippi behind, we'll cross America's heartland, experiencing the subtle beauty of the Great Plains before the dramatic rise of the Rocky Mountains. Day 7, Memphis to Oklahoma City. Morning, start your day at the National Civil Rights Museum when it opens at 9 a.m. to experience this powerful site without crowds. Built around the Lorraine Motel where Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was assassinated, this museum provides essential context for understanding American history. Mid-morning, cross the Mississippi River and enter Arkansas, but instead of taking I-40 directly west, detour slightly north to visit Dyess Colony, the restored Depression-era agricultural resettlement community where Johnny Cash grew up. This recently restored historic site offers profound insights into rural American life during the Great Depression that shaped much of our national character. Afternoon, continue west into Oklahoma, stopping at Sequoia's Cabin near Sallisaw. This log cabin, built in 1829 by the creator of the Cherokee syllabary, provides a deeper understanding of Native American history that's often overlooked on cross-country journeys. Late afternoon. As you approach Oklahoma City, take Route 66 instead of I-40 for the segment between Arcadia and downtown. Stop at Pop's, a modern Route 66 landmark featuring a 66-foot soda bottle sculpture and a selection of over 700 types of soda, a playful contemporary addition to the Mother Road's legacy. Evening in Oklahoma City, visit the Bricktown Canal District but skip the touristy restaurants along the main canal. Instead, head 2 blocks north to Automobile Alley, a revitalized stretch of Broadway Avenue, where Oklahoma City's first car dealerships have been transformed into local restaurants and shops. Dinner at Nonsuch, named one of America's best new restaurants by Bon Appetit, offers a tasting menu showcasing Oklahoma's surprising culinary sophistication. Accommodation. Stay at the Skirvin, Oklahoma City's historic Grand Hotel that dates to 1911. Recently restored to its original grandeur, this landmark property offers a glimpse into the oil boom era that transformed the region. Day 8, Oklahoma City to Amarillo. Morning. Before leaving Oklahoma City, visit the Oklahoma City National Memorial at 8 a.m. when it opens. The reflecting pool and symbolic chairs create a powerful experience that's best appreciated in the quiet of early morning before tour groups arrive. Mid-morning, depart Oklahoma City and follow Route 66 westward instead of I-40. In Hydro, stop at Lucille's service station. a perfectly preserved 1920s gas station that represents the early days of American road travel. Afternoon, continue to Clinton, Oklahoma, and visit the Oklahoma Route 66 Museum, which offers the most comprehensive collection of Route 66 memorabilia and history. Unlike the more commercialized Route 66 museums, this state-run institution provides deeper historical context for America's most famous road. Late afternoon, cross into the Texas Panhandle and visit the Devil's Rope Museum in McLean, a quirky but fascinating collection dedicated to barbed wire and its role in American Western expansion. This off-the-beaten-path museum exemplifies the unique roadside attractions that make cross-country travel memorable. Evening. Arrive in Amarillo and head directly to Palo Duro Canyon State Park, 25 miles southeast of the city. Known as the Grand Canyon of Texas, this dramatic gorge is best experienced at sunset when the red rock formations glow in the evening light. The park stays open until 10 p.m., allowing visitors to experience the canyon without the daytime heat. Accommodation. Instead of chain hotels along I-40, stay at the Hudspeth House in nearby Canyon, Texas. This 1909 bed and breakfast offers historic charm and a more authentic experience than Amarillo's commercial accommodations. Day 9, Amarillo to Santa Fe. Morning, start your day at Cadillac Ranch but arrive at 7 a.m. to experience this iconic art installation without crowds. Bring spray paint to add your mark to this constantly evolving artwork. This is encouraged by the artists. The early morning light creates dramatic shadows from the angled Cadillacs and provides the best photography conditions. Mid-morning, depart Amarillo and continue west, but take US 87 north to visit Capulin Volcano National Monument in northeastern New Mexico. This perfectly formed cinder cone volcano offers a 1-mile crater rim trail with panoramic views across 4 states, an impressive natural landmark that most cross-country travelers miss entirely. Afternoon, continue to Las Vegas, New Mexico, not to be confused with its Nevada namesake. This historic town served as a filming location for over 50 movies and TV shows, including No Country for Old Men and Longmire. The Plaza Hotel, built in 1882, offers lunch in a setting that truly captures the spirit of the historic West. Late afternoon, take the scenic high road to Taos Route NM76 towards Santa Fe instead of the main highway. This winding mountain road passes through historic Hispanic villages with centuries-old adobe churches. Stop at the Santuario de Chimayo, a 19th-century church known for its healing soil and remarkable folk art that represents the unique cultural blend of the region. Evening. Arrive in Santa Fe and head directly to the Cross of the Martyrs for sunset. This hilltop monument offers panoramic views of the city and surrounding mountains without the crowds of more popular sunset locations. Accommodation. Stay at El Paradero Bed and Breakfast, Santa Fe's oldest inn, located in a 200-year-old adobe farmhouse within walking distance of the plaza. This historic property offers authentic Southwestern character at lower rates than the luxury hotels around the plaza. Our journey now takes us through the spectacular landscapes of the American Southwest, where ancient cultures and geological wonders create unforgettable experiences. Day 10, Santa Fe to Monument Valley. Morning. Begin your day in Santa Fe at the Georgia O'Keeffe Museum when it opens at 9 a.m. to appreciate the artist's work without crowds. O'Keeffe's paintings of the Southwest landscape provide perfect inspiration for the journey ahead. Mid-morning, depart Santa Fe and head northwest toward Monument Valley. Instead of taking the fastest route, follow US 550 through the Jemez Mountains to visit Valles Caldera National Preserve. This 13-mile-wide volcanic caldera offers spectacular mountain meadow landscapes that contrast dramatically with the desert terrain most associate with New Mexico. Afternoon, continue to the town of Farmington and take a short detour to Bixby/Dana's Inn Wilderness. This remote Badlands area contains some of the most otherworldly rock formations in America, bizarre hoodoos and eroded structures that resemble an alien landscape. The 3-mile round-trip hike to the Bixby Arch rewards visitors with scenery that rivals Utah's more famous parks, but without the crowds. Late afternoon, cross into Arizona and approach Monument Valley from the east on US 160, which provides a less common but more dramatic first view of the iconic buttes as they rise from the horizon. Evening. While most visitors view Monument Valley from the standard overlook, take the Valley Drive Loop Road, accessible with a 2-wheel drive vehicle in dry conditions, to reach John Ford Point for sunset. This specific location, named for the director who popularized Monument Valley in Western films, offers the most dramatic composition of the Mittens Buttes with late afternoon light. Accommodation. Stay at the View Hotel, the only accommodation within Monument Valley Tribal Park. Book a valley view room for the extraordinary experience of watching the monuments transform with changing light from your private balcony. From sunset colors to star-filled night skies to dramatic sunrise silhouettes. Day 11, Monument Valley to Grand Canyon, morning, wake early to experience Monument Valley at sunrise, approximately 6 a.m. in summer. The first light creating silhouettes of the buttes against the brightening sky offers the most magical photography opportunities of the entire trip. Mid-morning depart Monument Valley and head west. But instead of taking the direct route to Grand Canyon, detour to Antelope Canyon near Page, Arizona. While the upper and lower Antelope Canyons are increasingly crowded, book a tour to nearby Canyon X instead. This less visited slot canyon offers equally spectacular light beams and flowing sandstone walls, but with a fraction of the visitors. Afternoon. Continue to Horseshoe Bend, but instead of visiting at midday with hundreds of other tourists, time your arrival for 3 p.m. when the changing angle of light creates more dramatic shadows in the canyon, while still providing enough illumination for excellent photography. Late afternoon drive to Grand Canyon National Park, 2.5 hours, but enter through the east entrance, Desert View, rather than the more crowded south entrance. This approach provides your first Grand Canyon view at Desert View Point, where the Colorado River makes a dramatic bend and the watchtower provides an elevated perspective. Evening. While most visitors crowd Mather Point for sunset, head to the less-known Shoshone Point. This viewpoint requires a 1-mile flat hike from a small, unmarked parking area at milepost 244.5 on Desert View Drive. The effort deters most tourists, resulting in a more private Grand Canyon sunset experience with equally spectacular views. Accommodation. Instead of staying at the crowded Grand Canyon Village, drive 30 minutes south to the town of Tusayan and stay at the Grand Hotel. This location still provides easy park access but offers better value and typically more room availability than the in-park lodges. The final leg of our journey takes us from the high desert through the Mojave to the Pacific coast, completing our epic crossing of the American continent. Day 12 Grand Canyon to Las Vegas. Morning experience the Grand Canyon at sunrise from Yaqui Point, which offers spectacular eastern exposure. Unlike Mather Point, Yaqui Point is not accessible by private vehicle. But the free park shuttle begins running at 5 a.m. during summer, allowing you to reach this viewpoint before sunrise with minimal crowds. Mid-morning depart Grand Canyon and head west toward Las Vegas. Instead of taking the direct route, detour to the western edge of the park to visit Havasu Falls. While the famous falls require permits and hiking, the Hualapai Hilltop Viewpoint offers spectacular canyon vistas without the same requirements. Afternoon. Continue your journey and stop at Kingman, Arizona, to join historic Route 66 for the drive to Las Vegas. In Kingman, visit the Arizona Route 66 Museum, which offers a more focused and less commercialized perspective on the Mother Road than many other Route 66 attractions. Late afternoon. As you approach Las Vegas, detour to the Valley of Fire State Park, just 50 miles northeast of the city. This spectacular red sandstone landscape offers formations like Elephant Rock and Fire Wave that rival Utah's national parks. The late afternoon light brings out the richest colors in the red rock formations. Evening. Arrive in Las Vegas as the city lights come on around 7:30 p.m. in summer. While most visitors head directly to the Strip, start at the Downtown Container Park in the Fremont East District. This outdoor shopping and entertainment center built from shipping containers represents the creative revitalization of downtown Las Vegas beyond the casinos. Accommodation. Skip the expensive Strip hotels and stay at the El Cortez Hotel and Casino in downtown Las Vegas. This historic property dating to 1941 offers renovated cabana suites with mid-century modern design at rates typically 50% lower than comparable Strip accommodations. Day 13 Las Vegas to Joshua Tree. Morning. Before leaving Las Vegas, visit the Neon Museum when it opens at 9 a.m. to experience this collection of historic Las Vegas signs without crowds and before the desert heat intensifies. Mid-morning, depart Las Vegas and head southwest toward California. Instead of taking I-15 directly, follow the route through Tacoma Hot Springs, a desert oasis with natural mineral pools. The China Ranch Date Farm nearby offers a surprising palm oasis in the desert with date shakes that make the perfect road trip refreshment. Afternoon. Continue to Baker, California, but skip the touristy Mad Greek restaurant that most travelers visit. Instead, head to the Alien Fresh Jerky store, which combines roadside kitsch with surprisingly excellent jerky varieties that make perfect road trip snacks. Late afternoon. Drive to Joshua Tree National Park, entering through the less-used north entrance near 29 Palms. This approach allows you to experience the transition from Mojave Desert to Colorado Desert ecosystems as you drive through the park. Evening for sunset, head to Keys View, which offers panoramic vistas across the Coachella Valley to the San Jacinto Mountains. On clear days, you can see all the way to Mexico from this elevated viewpoint. Accommodation. Instead of chain hotels, stay at the Pioneer Town Motel. Built in 1946 as lodging for Western movie actors, this recently renovated historic motel offers desert charm with modern amenities. The adjacent Pioneer Town was originally constructed as a Western movie set, and now serves as a unique entertainment district. Day 14, Joshua Tree to Los Angeles. Morning experience Joshua Tree at sunrise at Cholla Cactus Garden, when the first light creates a magical glow through the translucent spines of these unique cacti. This specific location offers the most otherworldly landscape in the park, particularly in morning light. Mid-morning, depart Joshua Tree and head west toward Los Angeles. Instead of taking Interstate 10 directly, follow the scenic route through Oak Glen, a historic apple-growing region in the San Bernardino Mountains. Riley's Farm offers a taste of colonial American farm life that provides a fascinating contrast to the desert landscapes you've just experienced. Afternoon. Continue toward Los Angeles but avoid the freeway traffic by taking CA-39 through the San Gabriel Mountains. This scenic route passes through Angeles National Forest with spectacular mountain vistas before descending into the Los Angeles Basin. Late afternoon. While most visitors head directly to Hollywood or Santa Monica, first visit the Griffith Observatory parking lot for the classic Los Angeles cityscape view. Arrive around 4 p.m. to secure parking before the sunset crowds, and to see the city transition from day to evening illumination. Evening. Complete your coast-to-coast journey at El Matador State Beach in Malibu, rather than the crowded Santa Monica Pier. This dramatic beach with sea stacks and caves offers a more natural Pacific Coast experience and spectacular sunset views, the perfect conclusion to your transcontinental adventure. Accommodation. Instead of overpriced beachfront hotels, stay at the Surfrider Malibu, a boutique hotel directly across from Surfrider Beach. This reimagined 1950s motel offers California beach chic at a more reasonable price point than the luxury Malibu properties while still providing Pacific Ocean views. Now that we've explored the complete coast-to-coast route, let's discuss the practical aspects of making this epic journey a reality. Budget considerations. This 14-day adventure can be experienced across different budget levels. Economy, approximately $3,500 per person, staying in moderate accommodations and focusing on free or low-cost attractions. Mid-range, approximately $5,000 per person, including the recommended accommodations and experiences in this guide. Luxury, $8,000 or more per person, upgrading to luxury accommodations while following the same route and hidden gems. These estimates include rental car, approximately $1,200 for a 14-day one-way rental. Fuel, approximately $500 for the entire route. Accommodations averaging $150 to $300 per night depending on your preference. Food and attractions, approximately $100 to $200 per day. One-way flight to return to your starting point, approximately $200 to $300. Top vehicle recommendations for road trips. For this specific route, I recommend a mid-size SUV for optimal comfort and capability on varied road conditions. Rental companies that allow one-way rentals without excessive fees. Alamo and National typically offer the best rates. Booking your vehicle at least 3 months in advance for the best one-way rental rates. Considering the prepaid fuel option if offered at less than $4 per gallon, as it eliminates the need to find a gas station near your final drop-off location. Timing strategies for optimal travel. The ideal times for this coast-to-coast journey are late May to early June, which offers perfect weather across most regions with wildflowers in the mountain sections. September to early October provides spectacular fall colors in the eastern portions and comfortable temperatures throughout. It's best to avoid July and August due to extreme desert heat and peak crowds, and November through March because of potential winter driving conditions in mountain regions. Reservation requirements for popular spots. Several key experiences on this route require advanced planning. For Antelope Canyon tours, book 3 to 6 months in advance, especially for summer visits. The View Hotel at Monument Valley needs reservations 6 to 12 months ahead for Valley View rooms. National Park accommodations should be booked as soon as the reservation window opens, typically 13 months in advance. And don't forget to make reservations at popular restaurants where available, especially for None Such in Oklahoma City. Essential technology tips for travelers. Maximize your journey with these digital tools. Download offline Google Maps for the entire route before departure. Use the Gas Buddy app to find the lowest fuel prices, which is especially important in remote areas. The AllTrails Pro app provides downloadable hiking maps for areas without cell service, and the Hotel Tonight app can secure last-minute accommodation deals if your plans change. Safety considerations for road trips. Ensure a smooth journey with these precautions. Have your vehicle checked before departure, particularly brakes and tires. Carry extra water when traveling through desert regions, regardless of season. Keep an emergency kit with basic first aid supplies, flashlight, and portable phone charger. Inform someone of your daily itinerary, especially when visiting remote areas like Bixby Wilderness. We've covered a comprehensive coast-to-coast route with hidden gems, timing strategies, and practical advice. Now let's bring everything together into a cohesive system, the ultimate American road trip blueprint that will transform your journey from an ordinary vacation into an extraordinary adventure. This isn't just about following a route, it's about creating a systematic approach to American road travel that maximizes experiences while minimizing common frustrations. Here's how to implement everything we've discussed in a practical, step-by-step framework. Step 1. The strategic planning approach. Begin with a structured approach to pre-trip preparation. Create a day-by-day itinerary document with driving times, key stops, and accommodation details. Build in flexibility days. I recommend days 5, 9, and 12, where you can adjust your pace if needed. Make critical reservations first. Monument Valley, Antelope Canyon, and popular accommodations. Develop a weather contingency plan for outdoor-focused days. Prepare digital and physical maps with your route and alternatives marked. This comprehensive preparation creates a foundation for a smooth journey while maintaining the flexibility that makes road trips special. Step 2. The timing optimization system. Implement these specific timing strategies throughout your journey. Plan major attraction visits for early morning, before 9 a.m. or late afternoon after 4 p.m. Schedule driving segments during midday hours when attraction crowds are highest. Align your itinerary with sunrise and sunset times for optimal photography. Build in 2 to 3 hour buffers on driving days to accommodate unexpected discoveries. Schedule urban areas for weekdays and natural attractions for weekends when possible. This timing system transforms potentially crowded tourist experiences into more personal encounters with America's landmarks. Step 3. The Hidden Gem Framework. Develop a structured approach to discovering authentic experiences. For each major destination, identify at least one alternative viewpoint or access point. Research local events coinciding with your visit dates. Connect with local experts through social media groups specific to your destinations. Use the one block over rule in urban areas. Explore streets parallel to main tourist thoroughfares. Seek out historical societies and visitor centers in small towns for local insights. This framework ensures you'll experience dimensions of America that most travelers miss entirely. Step 4. The accommodation strategy. Implement this approach to lodging selection. Alternate between historic and unique properties and reliable chain hotels for a balance of experience and consistency. Position accommodations strategically to minimize morning commutes to major attractions. Book rooms with refrigerators when possible to store road snacks and breakfast items. Use the sandwich approach. Splurge on accommodations at the beginning, middle, and end of your journey with budget options in between. Join hotel loyalty programs before departure to accumulate points throughout your journey. This strategy transforms overnight stays from mere necessities into integral parts of your American experience. Step 5. The continuous capture method. Preserve your journey memories effectively. Create a daily 60-second video summarizing your experiences. Maintain a simple journal with 3 highlights from each day. Collect physical mementos that don't take up significant space like pressed pennies or local postcards. Use geotagging consistently to create an accurate map of your journey. Schedule daily photo backups to cloud storage. This systematic approach to memory preservation creates a rich record of your journey that will provide enjoyment long after you return home. This comprehensive road trip framework has been refined through dozens of cross-country journeys and thousands of miles on American highways. The complete American road trip blueprint, including detailed daily itineraries, reservation links, and printable checklists, is available through the link in the description. Remember, a great American road trip isn't about checking landmarks off a list. It's about connecting with the diverse landscapes, cultures, and stories that make up our national fabric. By implementing these strategies, you're not just planning a vacation, you're crafting an experience that will change how you see America. If you found this guide valuable, please support our work by liking this video, subscribing to Epic Travel 360, and hitting the notification bell for more travel wisdom. Share your own American road trip experiences in the comments. I personally read and respond to as many as possible. This is Naim from Epic Travel 360, wishing you extraordinary journeys across this remarkable country. Until our next adventure together, happy travels.